Hey everyone, welcome to MLSsoccer.com's Brazil Bound, presented by Castrol GTX High Mileage. I'm Greg Lalas alongside former U.S. national team assistant coach Jesse Marsch. And we're continuing our series here of breaking down the U.S.'s run at the World Cup. Of course, they lost to Belgium in the round of 16, but there was obviously a lot to take from it. And one of the things that everyone starts to take from it is, where do we go from here? What are the next 4 years, the next cycle, if you will, as we prepare for 2018? What are some of the things you'd like to see over the next 4 years?
Well, from a coaching perspective, I think that it's important now, knowing what it's like for the U.S. team in these kinds of games, to continue to prepare the team to understand what these level games are like and how to be successful in them. So, a lot of it does involve being good in the transition, both defensively and attacking wise, and now ironing out some of the tactics and the details so that players, when they're on the field, understand that. And then along with that, I think continuing to invest in the young players and giving them opportunities and giving them experiences, because I think we saw that there's a payout in that. So I think we can continue to do that.
Certainly, DeAndre Yedlin came in and did very well. John Brooks, Julian Green, a lot of young players. And you have to imagine Klinsmann will continue to give them shots, not just those three, but other young players across MLS and maybe some guys overseas as well. Absolutely. To get them some more chances. Yeah. What are some say more concrete things that you would like to see over the next 4 years?
Yeah, when you talk about the future, okay, there's 1 year, there's 4 years, there's 10 years. Right. And I like to look at it more from a global perspective and maybe 10 to 20 years out. And the best thing that's happened in our country for soccer in the last 5 to 10 years is the investment in youth academies and the investment in young players. And that needs to continue to get better and to grow. And it's already got a lot of good people and good resources involved. And I've been privileged to see a lot of the different MLS academies and now the different people are involved and the structures and the investment that teams are making. And it's great to see the U.S. Academy invest in the 18 and the 16-year-olds, but we need to go even lower. Mm-hmm. And, one of the places that I think does it really well is the Philadelphia Union. Mm-hmm. And they have a great academy system there, and they actually invest a lot in the players that are from 6 to 12 years old. And they have a coach there named Ian Monroe. And Ian is like a disciple of Alex Ferguson, and he's Scottish. He played professional football in England and Scotland, and he invests himself totally in coaching kids that are 6 to 12 years old, and invests in the fun of the game and the enjoyment of the game, but all the little details of the technique and how to play little 2v1s and how to dribble by guys and set up timing of plays. And now, it's great to see that we're taking talented coaches and putting them at that age level, because that's when they need to learn how the game's played, and that's when they need to learn technique.
And we're seeing it across MLS, actually. When you think about the LA Galaxy with their whole academy that goes all the way down, and you see former Galaxy players as the coaches of the under-12 team and things like that. And young players, obviously, the mentality that you can pick up at that level is important. And Klinsmann's talked about the mentality of going up against big nations, the Germanys of the world, the Portuguese of the world, and he expressed some sort of disappointment that the mentality of the U.S. team was still too much respect or too much fear. How do you change that over the next 4 years?
Well, it starts. I think that Klinsmann's done a good job to now put belief into his players so that when they go into these games, they feel like we can handle this, we can do this. And that's, over time, that's taken on a whole new curve. Mm-hmm. So it's not what it was in 1990. It's a very different culture in terms of where the U.S. fits in the world right now. But nothing will make you more confident than talent.
That's true.
So
that's
the
true.
Talented that the
and
more
success.
Yes. Okay, but the more talented that your players are, and the more you can groom young players to become, real pros, then now you can go into games against Germany and actually hopefully put some fear into them.
Right. Well, we'll see if they can do that. They got 4 years to get ready for Russia in 2018. Some good things to think about and chew over the next 4 years in particular. That's it for this episode of MLSsoccer.com's Brazil Bound, presented by Castrol GTX High Mileage. Make sure you check out the next episode when Jesse's going to reveal his starting 11 for the U.S. team in 2018. That's going to be a fun one. I'm Greg Lalas. He's Jesse Marsch. We'll talk to you in the next one.